Welcome to my world where I dream big and create without permission to live a life that is fully mine. I'm Michaela Bristow, a multifaceted visionary in dance, choreography, fashion, and content creation. And today I want to get into why your creative work isn't growing. If your creative work feels stuck, your views aren't growing, opportunities feel slow or like they're not coming at all, and you're starting to question yourself, I want you to listen to this. I want you to watch this video all the way through. It's probably not you. We're still young, I'm falling for you. One of the reasons why your creative work might not be showing growth is because your work is growing faster than, or your work is because your work is growing slower than the internet is telling you it is. And what I mean by that is people are constantly showing the highlight reels, the overnight successes, the viral moments, the instant momentum, but the most sustainable creative careers are built over time. They're built over years, they're built over decades, and I think it can look like nothing is happening, but they're building a foundation for what is to come. And that foundation is going to be such an important part of you continuing that career for as many or more years than you built the foundation. We need to start building depth and not visibility or virality, because not all growth is visible. We can't show growth sometimes until you realize there's been growth, if that makes sense. Redefining your voice and maturing your skills and your message for your work is getting clearer, and that's all happening because you're doing the stuff behind the scenes. Depth isn't always a trend, and the process isn't always a trend, but it lasts and it creates a deeper sense of your creative work. We also have to think that algorithms don't measure alignment. They measure the consistency, they measure the timing, they measure the behavior, but they don't measure the meaning. So when posts don't perform to your liking and you don't get over, you're stuck in that 200 view jail. You have to realize it doesn't mean that your work lacks value. Sometimes it means that the system wasn't built or it isn't ready to fully see it and appreciate it and value it. And it does make us feel invisible, but you're not invisible. You're just not optimized for the noise just yet. Something that I have been struggling with as well has been in the transition season. I'm a senior about to graduate soon, and honestly I feel like I've been in the transition season for a good year and a half, and it has made me feel stuck. So sometimes your work feels stuck because you're in a transition season. And this is when like your old identity, it just doesn't fit anymore. You don't know what your new identity is yet. It's not fully formed, and growth often takes a pause in this stage, but you're just being recalibrated so that you can evolve into this person that you haven't met yet. Your vibrations are changing and shifting in real time, and so what aligned for you doesn't align for you anymore. It's kind of like having friends that you're not friends with anymore because it just doesn't feel right with you. It's kind of like that with yourself, and it's a very quiet but annoying and frustrating middle, because I know I didn't really recognize it until I was nearing the end, but I think you don't really recognize it or think about it like that when you're in it. Like, it's not you being stuck, it's you changing and shifting in real time. The last reason I'm gonna say is that you might be measuring your growth too narrowly or too small. I think growth isn't just about the numbers, right? It's about clarity that you've given yourself, you've given an audience. It's about the confidence that you build along the way. And it's about the creative stamina that you have to have. And it's often about the ability, in my opinion, to keep going without that external validation, which is so freaking hard and so freaking annoying, because you want your creativity and your art to reach audiences. Of course, like that's like part of why we're doing it, you know? Like, I feel like art is often times to like for people to show what they've been through and tell people that they're not alone, and for people to see what people have been through and see that they're not alone. You know, I feel like that's one of the main reasons art is so just art. And so the clarity and confidence and creative stamina, those are signs of expansion as well. And I think that if you needed permission to create, this is it. You know, you're not falling behind, you're not failing, and you're definitely not alone, because I have been through it. And Every artist, creative, multifaceted or not, has been through where you are. But I want you to keep growing. I want you to let yourself keep growing. I want this to be the permission for you to just dream it, create it, live it, because the world needs your light, so don't dim it. And I want you to keep building your vision and join me as I continue building mine. I will see you in the next video, my visionaries.